You're dealing with this time where we're only used to seeing like these couples in like black and white photos, and we don't really see them brought out to life. And you're in this kind of survival mode where you have to go out and spend so much time away from your wife, but you're also, there's so much tenderness and love when you two are together. What was it like finding that in rehearsal or when it was rolling?
Yeah, I think that's what we were. It's quite interesting with improvisation because a lot of it can be really bad before you get to something that works. So you do sometimes feel quite exposed, and you'll be doing something and you're going, this just feels weird, this isn't working. But hopefully within those little moments you find little gems. I think the basis of this film, I mean, it felt very straightforward as a filming process. It felt really fluid and easy. I think, Joel had lived with this story for many, many years, and Clint comes with such confidence that he can let you do your own thing and you can find it together. So it was an incredibly easy experience to make it, actually.
Well, this idea of creating the beating heart of a film that we're also going to, spoilers aside, fret for the loss of certain things, is building the full sort of picture of a relationship rather than just the kind of kinetic connection and the love and the intimacy, but also, the domestic life and the fear and foolishness of being new parents and
the struggle as well.
The struggles, yeah. and seeing them in various environments and have tension with each other. It felt like a real lived-in relationship rather than just like, oh, here's a romance we're gonna miss. I thought that was sort of one of the successes of our building of that relationship with Clint.
Yeah, you have to be really careful because sometimes it can go a bit SNL. That if you don't have the authenticity in it, and the authenticity comes from actually when they're not getting on with each other, when it's not perfect, when there's a feeling of depression, or that's how you find you have to find the reality in it.
And not the over-beautification of either of us or our romance.
Yeah, yeah.
If there was an SNL sketch, that would be crazy for this movie. Another question is kind of about like the revolution of what your career is in this. Like you're seeing these new engines and chainsaws coming in. And I'm wondering in both of your careers and your craft, what was a chainsaw moment for you where maybe something that was really difficult at the start or something in your craft was hard to grab onto, and then as time went on, it became incredibly easy?
Well, for me, in a filmmaking sense, it was when Michael Mann and Fincher were the first couple of guys to go, we're going to make a full feature film on digital.
Yeah.
I'm old enough to have shot most of the first things I ever did on film. And then watch film kind of slip away into the past. Happy to say it's getting a bit of a resurgence here and there. But yeah, there's just overtaking the world in digital, and now obviously I stare at kids doing TikTok videos on the street, and I'm like, it makes me feel old, disconnected, and the way my grandmother felt when I first pointed a video camera at her and she didn't understand that she could move.
Yeah,
that it was a
she
photo.
was static.
I'm like, you can move, you can move.
What was amazing is I remember when we were shooting on film that I would always be like hanging around in the trailer. There'd be so much more waiting. And then suddenly when we were on digital, there was no, because you didn't have to turn around, there was no sort of lengthy lighting. Suddenly the whole process became so much quicker.
Yeah.
But I do have to say it is lovely seeing stuff going back to shooting on film.
Great movie. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Lovely.
man.
Thank you.